Cadillac just built something so powerful, so outrageous, so absolutely over the top, that both Mercedes-AMG and Rover are probably sweating right now. Let me ask you something. When was the last time an American luxury brand made the entire world stop and stare? Not just car fans, not just SUV enthusiasts, but every single person who thought Europe owned the throne of ultra-luxury. Well, that moment is right now. Because Cadillac, yes, the same brand your grandfather, called the king of the American road, has come back swinging. And this time they brought a V16. Say that again. A V16 engine. Inside an SUV, we are not talking about a mild hybrid with a fancy badge. We are not talking about a turbocharged four-cylinder dressed up in leather seats. We are talking about a hand-built, earth-shaking, soul-stirring 16-cylinder powerhouse sitting underneath the hood of what might be the most ambitious American luxury vehicle ever created. The 2026 and 2027 Cadillac V16 SUV is not just a car, it is a statement. It is Cadillac walking into the room, adjusting its cufflinks and saying, "God, we are back. And we are better than all of you." Now, before you say anything, yes, Range Rover makes incredible SUVs. The Range Rover SV is beautiful, refined, and carries a price tag that makes your wallet cry. And yes, Mercedes-AMG builds fire-breathing machines that blend performance with prestige in a way that almost feels illegal. These are elite vehicles. Nobody is taking that away from them. But here is what Cadillac just changed. They did not try to match Europe. They tried to bury it. The V16 SUV was engineered from the ground up with one goal: to be undeniable. Not just in power, not just in luxury, but in presence, in identity, in that feeling you get when you pull up somewhere and every single head turns without you asking them to, because that is what Cadillac used to mean in America. It meant arrival. It meant success. It meant you made it. And for a while, American luxury lost that story to the Germans and the British. But that story is being reclaimed right now, in 2026, with 16 cylinders and an attitude that does not apologize to anyone. This SUV is targeting buyers who want more than transportation. They want theater. They want drama. They want something that feels like it was built specifically for them and nobody else on this planet. And Cadillac just delivered exactly that. Stay with me, because what they packed inside this machine is even wilder than the engine. So we talked about what this SUV means for American luxury. Now let's talk about what it actually is, because the details on this thing are going to make your jaw hit the floor. Let's start with that engine. The V16 under the hood of this Cadillac is not some relic from the past slapped onto a modern platform. This is a completely reimagined 16-cylinder engine built for the modern era. We are looking at power figures that sit well above 1,000 horsepower. 1,000 horsepower in an SUV. That number alone should tell you everything about where Cadillac's head is at with this project. The torque is violent in the best possible way. From the moment you press that accelerator, you feel the road submit underneath you. 0 to 60 happens so fast it feels almost disrespectful to the concept of speed limits. And yet somehow this thing rides smooth. Whisper quiet at highway, speeds, composed, controlled, like a beast that knows exactly how powerful it is and does not need to prove it every single second. Now let's talk about the interior, because if the engine is the muscle, the cabin is the soul. Cadillac went all in. We are talking about hand-stitched, semi-aniline leather across every surface that your body might possibly touch. Genuine open-pore wood trim, sourced and finished with the kind of attention you expect from a Swiss watchmaker. Ambient lighting with hundreds of color options that shift the entire mood of the cabin with a single touch. Massaging seats front and rear. A sound system so refined it does not just play music, it performs it. The rear passenger experience deserves its own conversation. This is where Cadillac went full Rolls-Royce energy. Reclining rear seats with leg rests. Individual climate control for every single seat. A rear entertainment system built into the headrests. And enough legroom to forget you're inside a vehicle at all. Now compare that to the Range Rover SV. Beautiful? Absolutely. But it tops out around 530 horsepower, even in its most aggressive configuration. The Mercedes-AMG G63 is a legend, no question, but 577 horsepower and a boxy silhouette built on a platform that is decades old. Neither of those numbers lives in the same zip code as what Cadillac is bringing to the table. And the price? Reports are placing this V16 SUV somewhere between $300,000 and $400,000, which sounds like a lot until you realize what you are actually getting, because at that price point, Cadillac is not competing with AMG or Range Rover anymore. They are competing with Bentley, with Rolls-Royce, with the absolute top of the food chain. And based on everything we are seeing, they belong there. So we have talked about the power. We have talked about the luxury. Now let's talk about what this moment actually means. Because this is bigger than one vehicle. There is a reason Cadillac chose a V16 for this SUV. And it is not just about horsepower, numbers, or bragging rights at a car show. It is about history. It is about identity. It is about a message that goes all the way back to 1930. Because in 1930, Cadillac introduced the world's first mass-produced V16 engine. And that engine did not just power a car. It powered a reputation. It told the entire world that America could build something that no other country on earth could match. That badge and the Cadillac crest became a symbol of the absolute best. Not just in America, in the world. Then decades passed. Foreign luxury brands grew stronger. German engineering became the global standard. British heritage became the benchmark for refinement. And slowly, quietly, Cadillac lost its place at the very top of that conversation. But they never forgot where they came from. And the 2026 V16 SUV is not just a new product launch. It is a homecoming. It is Cadillac reaching back into its own history, pulling out its greatest symbol of power and prestige, and rebuilding it for the modern world with everything they have learned in the decades since. This is the vehicle that tells the next generation American luxury is not second place. It never was, and it never will be again. Think about the buyer who chooses this over a Bentley Bentayga, over a Rolls-Royce Cullinan. That buyer is not just choosing a vehicle. They are choosing a story. They are choosing to be part of something that feels genuinely historic. Because owning a Cadillac V16 SUV in 2026 or 2027 is going to feel the same way. Owning a V16 Cadillac felt in 1930 like you are sitting at the very top. Like nothing else on the road even comes close. And for American luxury, that feeling has been missing for a long time. But it is back now. Loud, powerful, and absolutely unapologetic. So here is what I want to know from you. Do you think Cadillac can actually take on Rolls-Royce and Bentley at this price point? Or is this too bold of a move? Drop your answer in the comments right now because I read every single one. If this video got you excited about what American luxury is becoming, hit that like button, subscribe if you are new here, and share this with someone who still thinks Europe builds the best in the world, because Cadillac just changed that conversation forever.